Okay, fellas, we're here in Monaco, which is very exciting. But you may have noticed that there's a lot of things to hit. And yeah, I'm really going to need you not to hit them because we are running out of money. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Aussie Villain Racing for what could be a very painful and yet more expensive race in Monaco. And, well, we're going to go through things in just a second. I don't understand, and this is probably more about my budgeting than anything, I don't understand where all the money's gone. We've got 23% of the cost cap left, which is not great. 91 million in car part development. I don't see where I've spent that much. That's a lot. And yes, we have upgraded the car quite a bit. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's wrong, but I don't understand how we have spent 106.7 million unless the facilities is coming out of it, which the facilities aren't supposed to come out of the cost cap. So, yeah, if anybody can look at this and see exactly where I've gone wrong, by all means, please do let me know. But I don't see how that number can possibly be correct. Unless that's engines at the start of the year or something. Anyway, I'm a little concerned exactly how we're going to get to the end of the season. I only just noticed this after recording last episode, and I just don't understand how we've reached those numbers. But anyway, speaking of upgrades, there are new things that will be coming shortly. Chassis and underfloor will be ready probably for the next race, because I think it's a bit of a break after this. But you can see we're starting to move up the grid a little bit. It's top speed and DRS effectiveness that really hurt us, and dirty air tolerance. Now, that might still be a problem in Monaco. These things, if we qualify well, aren't going to make a difference. So it's going to be a very, very big qualifying session. We need to nail it. Now, Stoffel Van Dorn, let's just go 20th, and Jack 21st, I guess. And hopefully we just get to the end of the race without hitting anything. Now, one thing we didn't do is go through all the circuit information there, so let's go and have a look at this. We are not expecting any rain. Circuit map there, red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. Lots of low speed corners, not really that many straights to talk of. Car attributes, low and medium speed corners, where we're not the worst, and we're not the worst on acceleration either. Safety car deployment, we can see the chances there. But 20-second pit stop loss, it's a one-stop because Monaco you can't overtake on. Now, in the last version of the game, a two-stop actually worked okay because you had it sort of raced like a game and not in real life, so you could overtake on a soft tyre. But I don't know if that's going to be the case here, so we kind of do need to play it a little bit safe unless we qualify terribly, I think. So I'll go do some free practice. Just pray that we don't hit anything, and I'll see you for qualifying. Alright, I'm nervous now because we might genuinely be in contention for points here. FP1, of course, Doohan has that penalty from driving up the back of Albon, which is annoying, but he was 9th in free practice 1. Stoff was 12th. So that was a good start. FP2, a little bit further down, but not that far, 11th and 14th. And then FP3, we were here 11th with Stoff and 16th for Doohan. Now, I think it's a 3-place grid drop that Doohan's going to get. So that hurts, it really does. But Stoffel could be a chance here. Let's go to Q1. Alright, of course, those times too, they were done with old engine parts. So potentially, we could go a bit quicker. So we're on board with Van Dorn. Obviously, mission 1 is to get out of Q1. And it looks as though Van Dorn's going to have a clear track. Doohan's got that one car there. Is that car going to get out of his way, or is it going to ruin his race? Maybe if you getting down this back straight here would be ideal. Oh, there's a big chance this car ruins it for us. There's a big chance this car ruins it for us. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. It does. All right. Let's see what Stoffel does. He has done a 1:11.5. That seems pretty good, doesn't it? What's Jack Doohan done? He has done a 1:11.8 or 9.
Copy.
We need a car for reference. That is Alonso, and that is putting us in our place. Alright, so we're going again. We're on board with Jack Doohan this time. Stoff has already started his lap. He's got a little bit of traffic there, which hopefully won't affect him too badly. Doohan has got a McLaren in front of him, but then more or less a clean lap. Doohan has gone faster in the first sector. Van Dorn has not. Where's this McLaren? We might be okay here, you know, in terms of getting held up. Van Dorn is going so much slower. Jack Doohan, though. Jack Doohan's gone green and then green. Can he pop himself a little bit further away from what could be the drop zone? Van Dorn's on a green final sector, but that's a little bit too late for him. Jack Doohan has gone 8th. That's more like it from Jack. All right. All right, Stoffel is going for a 3rd run. He is ruining any chances beyond this in qualifying, more or less, because he's going to be out of new soft tyres, but there's no point having new tyres sitting out the rest of the qualifying session, is there? Now, is this car going to get out of the way? It's a salve-up, and probably it just wants to ruin the lap for us, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, there's no point getting out of the way now, mate. You've already ruined it. Who was that? It was Guan Yu Zhou. Alright, well, we might as well finish the lap, but Zhou has absolutely destroyed Van Dorn's qualifying session, and that's so Bottas can get out. Ah, that's a bit dirty by Sauber, isn't it? So Van Dorn qualifies 19th. That is a bit of a race ruiner for him, and that was the one we really wanted to qualify well because he doesn't have a penalty. So it's all on Doohan now. Let's see how far up he can get. Okay, so Doohan did a run on used tyres. It wasn't a great one. He's down in 15th. Let's see if he can get himself, well, as high up as possible. 3-place grid drop. Ideally, you'll be in the top 10, but that's a bit of an ask, I think. I don't think we're quite there, and we know we tend to qualify better than we race, but we just need a solid result, don't we? Something that the board's not disappointed with. So we have done a green first sector. Second sector time is on the exit of this chicane here, I believe. And it is green. There's a bit of a gap to get to anybody else, but let's see if Jack can do it. Come on, Jackie boy. What's he got? 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 Oh, he's not really gone that much faster. So it's going to be 15th plus a penalty. Make that 16th plus a penalty because Gasly beat him at the end there. And it feels like he was 8/10 of a second faster in the first session. So if he'd done that, he would have qualified 12th. That's really, really disappointing. So there we go, a 3-place grid drop back to 19th. So that's going to move Van Dorn up 1. And suddenly it's not looking quite so rosy, is it? So do we... Okay. I said I wanted to have a bad qualifying and a better race. I'm not sure this is the right track for it, though, if I'm honest. Okay, let's go with what they've said there, except... Let's start doing on... Let's do this back to the front. Let's start on a soft, because what I'm thinking is we want to come in and get an undercut. And then let's go on to a hard, because I'm wondering if we... Could we potentially... Not really. We couldn't really make it eke out that far. But then we could go on to either another soft at the end or a medium. I'm thinking undercut. Get the undercut and then hope that something goes our way, basically. So, there we go. That looks like a strategy, doesn't it? Not sure how good it's going to be, but we're about to find out. Alright, welcome back. Welcome back. Well, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? We know Monaco's difficult. But, I mean, the one positive is that we do maybe have a little bit of pace in the car as Van Dorn goes and sticks one up the inside. That's a decent move, but he can't make it stick, unfortunately. Can we get one down the outside of Ricciardo here with the inside as Casino Square? And that is not quite done yet. Oh, how did we let that get away from us? What's Doohan? Doohan's going backwards, is he? Excellent. So we're behind Sargent. So that's got off to a really nice start for us. If we look at tyres, so Doohan really does need to try and make this work as best he can. I think we go straight into conservation mode with Van Dorn. Doohan needs to be a little bit more aggressive on things though, doesn't he? Can we go and get an overtake done here? It's going to be... What this is going to come down to is if it races like it did in the other... was it Formula 1 23? Then Doohan's still got a chance to be able to get overtakes done. If it races like it does in real life, then essentially we need a lot of luck and our race is over. So stay tuned. Oh, we've got a red flag. We've got a red flag on the second lap, Magnussen. Just like in real life, he's just a lap later. And Guan Yu Zhou, well, couldn't happen to a nicer bloke in Guan Yu Zhou, could it? So there is an attempt to overtake. Oh, what has Magnussen done there? He's just bounced back into Guan Yu Zhou. Interesting one. So given that that happened at the back of the field, it doesn't really change that much, does it? Unless we wanted to change a strategy for whatever reason. I just think we'll put Doohan on a new set of softs. But other than that, you know, I haven't really changed my mind about the best way to do it. Alright, so let's try this again then, shall we? If we can get another good start, that might be helpful. Maybe get a couple of positions. We are on board with Stoffel again. Again, everybody's on hard tyres. It looks like another yellow flag, a time penalty. Multiple cars have crashed. Van Dorn overtakes Bottas. What has happened? Are we involved in that crash?
Here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
Ocon, so in 13th. I mean, that's good. Anything that happens in front of us is a good thing. Is it going to be the two Alpines together? No, he's got the Mercedes, does he?
We got massively hit, guys.
And it looks like that is that. Sorry about that, Alpine. So we are 16th. And we are 19th with Doohan. And ideally, that'd be the other way around, wouldn't it? If we're being completely honest. Russell's got himself a time penalty. He's in front of us, so that's, again, a good thing. But, yeah, well, Doohan got past Sargent as well, which is helpful, I would have thought. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Alright, well, we've got Van Dorn all over the back of Ocon, who is clearly holding him up. He's on a hard tyre, is Ocon. So... and he's just taking off again now. I feel like this game is maybe a touch buggy. I don't know. It just feels a little unrealistic the way cars drive away from you. And yeah, anyway, it looks like we're about to have lost DRS. I was about to go for it. So, never mind. That's that. Doohan is right behind Bottas. Can he get a move done? He does kind of need to. But, yeah, the one thing that might work out is we might actually be able to, I wonder if we go back to light actually, we might be able to go and get on a hard set to the end, but I'm not even actually sure that that's what we want to do. I think we do actually want to try and attack, so I'll sort of override myself on that one. It's already looking as though, and if we get a look at it as we come out of this corner here, I think Bottas is going to have DRS, which might limit things a little bit, but look at that. You can definitely see there is, yeah, it's a little bit like the old F1 manager where you are going to have chances to overtake if there's a tyre deficit, which we have here. So, quite pleased with that strategy, which is now making me reconsider Van Dorn's strategy. And if we're going to do it, we have to do it now. I think we probably could. We could probably do a medium soft from here. So that's what we'll do. Alright, well, Ocon is suddenly 2 seconds a lap faster than us. Yeah, Doohan has sort of lost the back of Bottas, who got back past him. Despite being on an older, harder tyre. Or a same-aged, harder tyre, I suppose. But I don't know. It just... see, now Ocon slowed down again, but he's still a bit quicker than us. Just the times just seem to fluctuate too much for me, but yeah, I don't know. And I don't think we would be 4 seconds faster than the faster cars. Bottas has a mechanical fault, so maybe that can help us a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's... I think part of the reason we don't race well is the engine overheats. Now we're doing our best to try and rectify that in the upgrade to the chassis that's coming. But time will tell, I suppose. What I'm going to do with Doohan here is we're pushing on a little bit. We'll go on to either a hard or a medium. Is Bottas just about to get past Van Dorn there? Not quite. Probably, I'm thinking actually probably a medium, and then we'll go into a hard at the end. Just try and get as much of an undercut as we can. My big concern is that I'm fairly sure that we're actually going to go down a lap though, which means we'll have to keep backing off to, you know, to let cars past. And ultimately, I just don't think we have the pace to run in the points here. There's a 9-second gap between Gasly and Russell. If we could get 12th and just get something that the board doesn't get disappointed with, then I think that's a pretty good result for us. Alright, so we're on Jack Doohan's in-lap, so we can probably push the tyres as hard as we want. Yeah, as I said, the plan here is just basically an undercut. We'll come out on a medium tyre, we'll go as far as we can, pushing as hard as we can, then we'll probably have to put on a hard tyre to go to the end and then tell him to defend like crazy. Yeah, I'm really disappointed by this. Partly it's he didn't get the qualifying lap in, and then also the grid penalty. That's all come back to haunt us in this one, hasn't it? But let's go. Let's hope we get a good AVR stop and see where that brings us out. We're going to get lapped. I'm hoping we're going to get out in front of this McLaren here. Looks like we are. 2.4 second stop, almost certainly pit stop points coming our way. Now, the other possible good thing here is that if the other cars there are going to be getting lapped, then potentially that means that they're going to be slowing up when we don't necessarily need to. So that could actually help the undercut here as well. Let's deploy. Let's try and make sure that we're getting the maximum benefit of this we can. Van Dorn is just in a little bit of no man's land. 3 seconds, 4 seconds now off the back of Ocon. Yeah. Hopefully some upgrades will make the racing a bit more exciting, because it's really boring, like racing for 17th spot. Okay, so we've had a change of heart here. What I've noticed is that cars are getting lapped. Now, we were, last lap, Bottas did at 1:23 while he was getting lapped, so we were 6 seconds faster than him. So we're not that far away from when Van Dorn was coming in anyway. We'll bring him in, we'll put on a soft tyre. Again, hopefully, you can see they're just backing off. We'll fall into this gap where Doohan is currently. And I'm really, look at how much time we're losing. Let's just get off the track, let them all go. Everybody else can slow down for them. And we will we'll just sort of move on around. It'd be interesting to see if actually Doohan might even get an undercut here, you know. That is how much, look at that. Doohan has got an undercut. That is how much of a difference it is making. So, yeah, let's see if we can pull a little bit of a sneaky one here and get our overtakes done while everybody's getting lapped. Doesn't matter how you get past them, does it? As long as you get past them. Again, look, we're 3 seconds faster than Bottas. We've got Bottas by a mile. If they start getting up to Ocon, which it looks like they are on the mini-map here, then, yeah, I mean, who knows how far up we could get here. We just need the leaders to stay on the track and keep lapping everybody. Alright, now Doohan has already caught Bottas, so that's happened quite quickly. Now, of course, Bottas is on the older hards, and catching's one thing, passing is another, as they say. But that is, it's working out nicely. Now, of course, both cars need to make another stop yet, so we've got to bear that in mind. But yeah, well, let's see if we can get some overtakes done. That's going to be where our strategy sort of either falls down here or not. Gasly has come in and stopped, and he came out back again in front of us. Now, he was a fair way up the field, so that's maybe to be expected. But you can see here, like Ocon, even Albon we might get, and then it just comes down to then it just comes down to, you know, whether we can, again with the better, fresher tyres, be able to sort of get some overtakes done. But where's Van Dorn in relation to us? He's not a mile away. So possibly both cars will go onto a hard tyre at the end. We'll have to wait and see on that front. If we can avoid that, we will, because what we don't really want is to not... We'll have a better tyre, but maybe it'll be a harder one, so we'll have hards instead of a medium. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. You might need to harvest up a bit against Bottas, I think, to get a move done. We're getting very close there, but not quite. Alright, so here we go. This is pretty much all or nothing. We're pushing the tyres. We're using the last of the battery, which is now drained. We really, really need this to work, Jack. We really need it to work. And it doesn't look like it's quite been able to happen, has it? Not quite. We've got Van Dorn behind us now on a soft tyre. So it is getting a little bit critical that we get this overtake done. Can we get it down the back straight, I wonder, with no DRS? Can we catch him out here? Can we catch him out here? We've got a nice little overspeed. Can he go and stick it down the inside? Go on, Jack. You've got to make it work. It's not quite happening, is it? Can he get it done into, what's this? I forget what that corner's called now. I want to say Rivage, but that's definitely from Spa on the weekend. Yeah, well, are we making him use his battery? Can we get it done now? Can we get it done now? We're using up too much tyre at this point. You are going to have to let your teammate past, and we'll give Stoffel a chance. Because he does have battery, and he does have a soft tyre. Alright, come on, Stoff. We'll go to the front straight. And then see if he can get it done. It looks like he should. I mean, it's a soft tyre against a hard tyre. It shouldn't be a contest. And yeah, straight out of the traction zone. You could see that was going to happen. So Stoff's on up the road. Jack now needs, or is he? He's got that done, hasn't he? Surely, yeah. So now Doohan needs to settle back in, and he needs to work on the back of Bottas. And he's just, this is his race getting ruined right here, so he's got to do something about it. And Stoffel, he has got, how far up the road? 3 seconds to get to Ocon. And some of these harder tyre runners are getting towards pit stop time now. Oh, and Doohan, is he going to get it done this time? He's as close as he's been, and that is Jack Doohan. Past Bottas, as Verstappen has a mechanical fault now. Alright, so Van Dorn has now caught the back of Ocon. We got lapped by the McLaren, and it really did work out for us. And we can see there's some pit stops happening here as well. So, let's see if we can get out in front of Albon. That would be a very nice thing indeed. Looks like we have. And we've also got past Ocon there as well to boot. So that is 15th now for Van Dorn. 11 seconds up the road to Ricciardo and to Gasly. They've already stopped. So what we need to do here, I think, to make this strategy work, is we need to drive up to the back of them. So we've got about 11, 12 seconds behind it, 20-second stop. Yeah, and try and have a space to drop into after we've stopped. That's got to be the plan, and then catch back up on better tyres. I'm not sure what is going to be considered a good result by the team as Ocon gets out of our way. Now, that could be a problem because he's going to come out on better tyres and make it more difficult for us, although yeah, that gap is still going to be there, of course. This is the tricky part of the race for us now, because the cars that we're trying to race with are going to be on their sort of their best tyres right now, while we're on aging tyres. So we've got to try and make it work here as best we can. Alright, so we have set Jack Doohan on Kevin Magnussen duty here. He is just trying to... I've told him to always defend, and basically the guys on new tyres behind us, so Hulkenberg, Albon, Ocon, I want Doohan to try and hold them back if he can. Now, so far so good, and it's allowing Piastri, I just saw Piastri had a mechanical fault. It's allowing Van Dorn to pull out that gap a little bit, and it's holding them back. It's using up their new tyres. So let's hope that Doohan can do a job for us there. We've got 7 seconds more or less now. I don't know how much slower we can get away with telling Doohan to go. But yeah, we'll see. We need a little bit of luck here. If we can get a well-timed safety car. Doohan's got a mechanical issue. What's he done? He's crashed. We're coming to the pits. Dumbass. Go onto your hard tyres. I wonder what's happened there. Go into the pits, Jack. Ah, you muppet. Alright, do we bring Van Dorn in this lap? Probably we do, because we're going to start losing time otherwise. So he's going to have to go into a hard tyre, because I don't think a soft is going to get there. We still don't know what Doohan did. Which would be interesting to know. He's knackered his tyres as well. So I wonder if he got helped or what happened there. But anyway, let's see what we get. No doubt a safety car or a red flag or something now. As Van Dorn, a bit of a bug there. I thought they were changing his front wing, but no. It was a 2.6 second stop. So if nothing else, that has got us out ahead of Bottas. So that's something. Bottas may well have been held up by Doohan, in fact, because he's still a long, long way back. So we can push the hard tyre pretty hard to the end here and see where it gets us. Jack Doohan, just a bit of a crash merchant, isn't he? There's the front wing change. Tyres are on. And he is a long last. Alright, so we are behind Sargent. We've got brand new hards to his quite old hards here. So we need to move him aside quite quickly if we can. I think we're about to get lapped. There it is. Excellent. Love being 2 laps down around Monaco. That's exactly what we want. Now, can we go and take advantage? No, because we've got to back off again. Take advantage of that. Go on. Oh, we've got to back off again. I can understand why it annoys the back markers. Like, it really does ruin your race. Alright, so that's it for a little bit now before anybody else comes past. Can we go and get Sargent now, please? Oh, not quite there. Not quite. So it's going to have to be the front straight. We should be able to stay with him through this bit. And then we should, with newer tyres, surely be able to get this done. We're out of battery. And we've not been able to get that done. Okay. Excellent work, everybody. Oh, we've got a red flag. We have a red flag. And that would have been useful at any other point of the race. And after we've made our second stop, what has happened?
Watching the action closely here.
It's Doohan.
And makes contact with the wall. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure. Time today.
Now, I don't know if we're still 2 laps down, then this is all a bit pointless, because we're not going to be able to move anywhere because everybody is laps ahead of us. So we're 1 lap down to the leader, so the best we can do is 15th here. So that's it's fun. Try and get some overtakes done here early. We can push this soft tyre. Everybody's on a soft tyre. So, yeah, well, let's just hope we get a result the board like. Alright, well, Tsunoda retired, so that moved us up a spot. Everybody on the soft tyre, and we're just another car on the track. We're not particularly quicker anymore because we don't have the tyre advantage. That Sargent there, he sort of goes back and forth a little bit on the gap. Some laps were a few tenths faster, some laps were a few seconds slower because that randomly happens. And yeah, I think we are slowly pulling him back in a little bit now. So whether he was having a big go on his tyres or his battery or something, I'm not sure. But whereas there's so many mechanical faults, we just need a couple more of them to go red like Tsunoda's did, and we can move up a few positions here. I'm trying to work out if they want us to come 9th, that means we're still going to be 17th, 18th will be the 9th best team, wouldn't it? Because that's better than 2 teams. So we're ahead of both Saubers because, well, one of them's out, which helps. So I'm wondering if the 16th, 17th, the board would be okay with, in which case I really hope we can go and get Sargent here. We are running out of laps, though. So we might go aggressive because we don't actually need to get to lap 78 because we're already a lap down. So we'll have a go for him, see if we can get him, and if the board likes 16th or not. Would that be a best finish for us? I can't remember what our best finish is now. I should probably go and write that down somewhere. A mechanical fault for Sainz now as well. There might be some more retirements here. The Hamilton's the only one that in front of us that's really in danger of having it go all wrong. Alright, so we're coming around to start our final lap. We can see the 2 Williams in front of us. We don't have really anywhere left to overtake them because maybe into the chicane if we can get close enough. So let's go and deploy as Leclerc wins in Monaco. Just like in real life too, isn't it? Alright, we're close enough. Can we go and do this now? Let's just send everything we've got at Logan Sargent. Everything you've got, Stoff. Everything you've got. And it's still not quite enough, unfortunately. So, we're right there. That's how close we are in the end to Logan Sargent and the Williams, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to come across and finish in 17th place with Doohan again ending his day in the fence. So Leclerc wins it. In the end, did we move up at all? Van Dorn moved up 1. Yeah, it's just very, very frustrating, isn't it? And yeah, we're the last 2 drivers in the standings as well. And yes, we're still last in the constructors. The pit stops, we did get a point for Doohan's stop. Another 10 points there. So that moves us up to 5th now. We are a point ahead of Williams. And, well, we probably won't go much higher than that. But that's not bad if we can build off of that if we don't get sacked. So the new chassis has been designed. That's a positive. If we have any money to be able to... has he done anything? Powertrain damage? Not too bad. So he needs a new chassis anyway. We've got 11 days to count it up. So we'll get a new chassis built. And, yeah, I mean, maybe Canada will suit us a bit more. High-speed cornering is what we're decent at. I don't know. The car looks like it's doing okay, doesn't it? We need to stop crashing. We're running out of cost cap money. And, I don't know. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one anyway, guys. And I will see you in Canada for the next one. Take care.